Peace, diehards. What's up? This your boy Eru, diehard Eru from the diehard Marvel channel. I got some stuff to talk about, man. I want to talk about Wakanda Forever. Of course, that's the new movie that's coming out. Everybody's getting prepared. They just had pre-sale tickets available, so I'm really excited about that. Me and my sisters, we're gonna be getting our tickets and stuff and getting really prepared for that because it's going to be a supreme event. That goes without saying. But I really want to talk about what I found in on Disney Plus. They were talking about Thor. They did a Thor Assembled video. So as I'm watching the video, I was saying to myself, I was just talking about the gods and stuff like that. So I remember they put Bast in there, which is the Panther god. But as I'm watching the film, they pointed out, something that I noticed actually watching the film before I watched the Assembled, that there actually was an Aztec god there. So let's get into it, man. Let's paint this picture here. This is definitely Wakanda Forever thing here, man. I cannot wait to this thing here. But when it comes to like movies like this, they always have plenty of imagery, So right here they have Black Panther. That looks like the eyes are closed, or maybe it's an empty costume there. Of course, there's a couple people on this screen here that might look to take up that mantle, maybe even the Queen herself. So that's the big mystery of that movie. But just from the imagery of this thing here, look, if you look at the bottom, it's basically a mirror image of Wakanda, which is this Atlantis, quote unquote, situation here going on with Namor and his people. So you see the pyramids and stuff, and you see their garments is very traditional stuff. But we all know that from the trailers and stuff, they're going to be highly advanced as well. So the same way that the Wakanda hides, and from the outside world nobody knew that they were advanced, they're probably hiding in the same manner. But just looking at the garments and stuff like that, that's what really attracted me to this, because I think it's great because DC already claimed Aquaman. They totally bit the way our Namor looks, man. Shout out to Namor, because Namor is one of my favorite characters. This is actually a Funko Pop. I love Funko Pops and I actually collect them. And I would like to get into some openings and some displays here on the channel. But there goes Namor there, one of my favorite characters, number 500. That's the 80 year anniversary 80-year anniversary pop. So I love pops, man. So I mean that's the traditional Namor, but this is where we're going to be getting into now. So let's keep it moving here. See, look at the garments. That's basically the same picture that you saw flipped, with the headdresses and stuff. You see a lot of feathers, a lot of plants. You see a lot of serpents, that type of thing. So there's quite a few Marvel Easter eggs with that. Just history wise, they got the Serpent Society, so many different things that they could pull from this. Let's keep this moving. This is more imagery. This is more Namor here. If I can make this a little bigger for you guys. Namor with more traditional stuff. This is a whole different headdress. Still serpents, but more I want to say mosaic, kind of like uh, you know, almost like a paint glass type of design there. A lot of it's just beautiful, man. Beautiful to see. This is more the headdress for the women. So, this is what made me think about, like wow, like there has to be like a god in Thor: Love and Thunder, because they had all the gods in that room. So I was analyzing the picture. So I actually ruined the movie for my family, because we watched it a couple times already. But I ruined the movie for my family, where they were like, I was pausing the tape and said, "Look at this guy! Look at this guy! Look at this guy!" So it just so happens we watched the assembles right after, and like I said, from this assembled stuff. This is from Thor: Love and Thunder. This is the god, the Panther god Bast. So if Bast was there, because everybody was talking about Bast, nobody really paid too much attention to some of these other guys, whatever. So like I said, that's what piqued my interest with that. So these are pictures from that same scene, and this is the Aztec guard. The reason why I say Aztec, because they actually name him, name the race in that assembly. I'll get into that towards the end of this pod here. But this is what I noticed. I took still pictures. That's one picture there. This is actually a promo picture of the actor in the full garment. As you can see, there's a lot of like leaves. You can see feathers, leaves, or whatever. Very similar to the pictures that you saw a little earlier, with Namor's headdress. So it's very interesting to me. So there's got to be some similarities here between Namor's headdress and this guy, whoever he is. So I'm thinking that this might be the god of wherever they're supposed to be from, because they're not Atlantis. They're going to use an actual mythical place from the Mayan Aztec culture. So I mean, everyone assumed Mayan. I don't know if that was if they Marvel actually said Mayan, but they actually said Aztec by name here. So Let's do a little history for these god stuff. If you wanna get into it, just look up gods of Marvel. You'll find a whole bunch of different things. You can go down that rabbit hole. But this in particular, this the Hello Policians, like whatever. I'm not good at pronunciating things, but if you take a look at this, a whole, this is just a whole like briefing of these gods and stuff. A lot of these names you remember here. Bast, like I said, is the Panther god. She's the god of pleasure, poetry, and dance. So that's the Panther god. Scroll down here, you can see Khonshu. Khonshu is there. We all know Khonshu from Moon Knight, from the Moon Knight series. So Khonshu is there. There's quite a few other gods here that you could take a look at and do some research on your own. Go down the rabbit hole because it's very interesting to me. Click all these highlights and stuff, and then just find out, and all these cliff notes and stuff, and really go down that rabbit hole because MCU has always done a great job of adding real life, real historical things to their comic books, and I thought that this is just awesome and so intriguing to me. This is why I love Marvel so much. Shout out to New York City behind me because this is a live podcast. New York City, I think there was a freaking car crash. Oh my god, I hope it wasn't my car. Anyway, let's keep this moving. Shout out this picture here. I'll blow it up a little bit. You can see the Panther God there. The Panther God takes all type of forms. They use a female form in the Thor: Love and Thunder. They also have these crocodile characters and stuff like that. Maybe this is Khonshu here. We see Khonshu with the bird-like face. There's a couple bird-like faces there. Maybe one of those guys could be Khonshu. Quite a few other gods here as well. But this is basically the pantheon here of gods, where Bast, the Panther God, and all these guys, they come from the same thing. But Wakanda is different than, say, the Namor people, or like some of the other guys like Thor and stuff like that. Everybody's different, but when it comes down to it, a lot of these guys are related, or they come from the same family or pantheon. So that's interesting too, man. So just get into that because that's interesting in itself, and there's a lot to read, a lot to get into, but I won't do that here on this pod. So anyway, this is the Thor: Love and Thunder assembled thing. It's really just the whole making of all of Thor. It's really talking about the lead actor, who plays Thor, talking really about him and his how they got him along, and how they got a lot of the other characters involved with the show. But this is what it looks like here. So after you watch Thor: Love and Thunder again, check this out. You really enjoy it, but go to the 23:48 mark, and you'll see this guy. This is the guy. This is the guy playing the actor playing the Aztec guy, because they call him Aztec by name. If you look at it, you can see the like this almost like paint glass makeup. They did a great job with these costumes and stuff. But just for the simple fact that they did that, like it's just amazing. I'm really excited about this Wakanda Forever thing. I think it's gonna be epic. But I think this is very important here. So like we might actually see this actor, or you can actually see the lady playing bass in the background there. I just noticed that. But they're doing this for a reason. Marvel doesn't do stuff and doesn't put things on, or just artists don't put stuff on screen if it doesn't have no meaning. So, like I'm saying, they put them actually in Thor: Love and Thunder. They were sitting almost next to each other. They were sitting on one side of Thor and the other side of Thor on the bottom. So now here, as they're showing the Aztec guy, they made sure to show the bass the lady that played bass in the background. They didn't have to do that. They cracked the door open a little bit as if to show you, like, look, this is going to be leading to that. So, call me crazy, but I think that's exactly what they're doing here. So, without getting ourselves in trouble here, much due respect to Marvel and stuff like that, but I need to play this clip just so you guys can see. So let's just listen to what he had to say.
See the level of detail they did on the face. It's just astonishing.
My favorite one was the Aztec god. It looks like a glass mosaic in his face. He's got a suit, and then his face, hands, and feet are painted. And the other challenge was Dionysius.
All right, so they're gonna start getting into other stuff there too. But what's important for me here with this thing is the fact that he said Aztec god. So they actually put a time and a place for this character. So it's just exciting stuff. With Wakanda Forever coming through here. This is actually the set director, the person that did all the props and the makeup and the wardrobe. One of the guys that was in charge of makeup and things of that nature. So this, I mean, they did a great job with their team. So like I said, I'm very excited about Wakanda Forever. I hope you guys are excited too, man. So once again, let's bring Namor in here. This is the old Namor. Of course, Marvel does a great job adding history and stuff to the thing. The Atlantis is very nice. Very nice to talk about. This whole time. In Marvel comics and stuff, but with DC already put Atlantis on the screen, it's obvious they cannot use Atlantis again because it'll be like, yo, isn't that the same thing? Is that the same? People will have a hard time. Casuals will have a hard time, differentiating the two things there. But if you change it and make it more historic, now you don't open up a rabbit hole where people are gonna start reading. So I challenge you guys to find as much stuff as you can read about this type of stuff. Get yourselves really prepared for this Wakanda Forever movie, and show up to the theaters acting up with your dashikis on and your headdresses and anything you need to do, to make this more of a huge fan event. It's gonna be like one of those things where we look like, where were you during that time, or how did you celebrate the Wakanda Fan Ever movie? So anyway, it's your boy Ebru, Die Hard Marvel. Hope you guys enjoy the podcast. Once again, this is a brand new pod. I'm just doing things kind of just like at the seat of my pants. I love to do live videos, so I'll continue to do that. But I'll continue to get better and better, getting these videos together. And please subscribe on the way out, and hit the thumbs up. And also check me out on Die Hard Marvel. If you excuse me, Die Hard Knicks if you're into the Knicks, and also do a Die Hard Liberty channel for those that like WNBA basketball. So anyway, continue to support. Once again, subscribe, hit thumbs up on the way out, and I see you guys later. Peace.